Good morning. Another beautiful walk here in Alaska. So it's a quiet Tuesday morning here in Fairbanks, Alaska. So look at this tree right here. So these are birds tree. And look at the feel of this tree right here. See, you can take out the peel and that's the new peel right there. So that's along the road here on my walk home. And there's one tree right here that fell or snapped. Look at that. So it's like 2 meters from the ground. They snap that really tall trees. So that one snapped and he fell to the other tree right here. And the other tree, that one, they gonna start bending too because of the other one was so heavy. And I'm not sure if that tree is strong enough to hold them forever there until the other one get rotten or something. So every time I walk here, I keep watching that tree so it doesn't fail. So all these trees right here are pretty much old and some are really tall. Yeah, there's one right there too. See that one? That's been dead for a while and I think they fell over last winter. And there's a lot of these. If you look at them in the top, most of them are pretty much dead. So every time I walk here, I always pay attention, and especially when it's windy. Because yesterday, one of the other tree to the other side fell, and they're really rotten. So when they fell on the ground, they pretty much just shattered. But still, if you get hit by one of those, it's pretty bad. So if you can see, most of our snow are melted. You can just only see a few spots of snow somewhere. So these are pretty much the top of the hill here, or the second level. So that's where I came from walking. So this is like a loop right here. So it's like a big sharp turn to the right. So we have neighbors there. Hi Rashmika, thanks for watching. It's springtime here in Alaska. And look at this. So these are the snow. And underneath, there's water out there that's melting. So if you tap some of these here, look at that. They're like hollow. Yeah. So these are how it looked like here in Alaska. So I'm in the top of the hill now. And look at this right here. So they have moss growing right here. See? These are the kind of moss that they use for decoration. Like some people collect this and they can dry them. And they use this for like natural grass for like flower arrangement and stuff. So they have a lot right here. There's some right here that growing. See that one? So those are the most like these. And if you can see the sun right there, get covered with some cloud. Hi Gotnaldo from Germany. Hi Rasmeka. Hi everybody. So this is the spring season here in Alaska. Our roads are pretty much clear. So pretty soon the grass will start growing right here. But these are my favorite, this moss, because you can use them as decoration. And look at this. These are the cranberry from last year. See how the cherries got rotten? But look how the bud is. So they start to grow here soon. It's kind of red bud. So pretty much ready to spring or to grow back again. So we have neighbors out there and we have one right there. So that's another level of this dirt. So it's kind of like a staircase. So that, then down here, then down there. Thank you, Rashmika. It's almost 9 o'clock in the morning here. So I walked to the bus stop with my kiddos earlier because the bus doesn't get to our house here. So we have to go down to the bottom side. And if you can see, all the trees are all no leaves yet. But in few weeks from now, they're gonna have another new leaves. You can hear all the birds chirping around. There's a lot of birds here. I think right now there's a lot of chickadee and robin. And some other part in town, they have a lot of raven, those big birds that like to carry big food, or they like to hang out by the trash area. Yeah, that bushes right here, that green one, those are cranberries. So I'm not sure if they have fruit from last year. But if you can see, there's some berries right there too. That's a cranberry from last year. They're pretty much rotten. So we have another neighbors that down there too. So those cars, one of our neighbors. So they have two kids too that went to the same school that my kids go. So look at here. That one are still snow that's still trying to melt, but they look like brown. And there's another moss right there. See that moss? Yeah, that's the rotten tree that's taken over by the moss. And it looks cool. And there's some few pots of snow right here that's still melting. And I'm almost home. So there's one crossing right here for another neighborhood, but that's our house. There's the shadow of that house behind the tree. So that tree too snapped. Last week that one snapped. And I'll show you guys which one, the one that fell the other day. So right here, because these trees are dead, And one of the tree the other day fell, this one. So they're pretty much rotten. So when they fell on the ground, they just shattered like this. See, they're pretty much moldy and there's a lot of moss growing already. So another neighbor's right there. And that's our house. I'm gonna go up there to our driveway. Hi, Bentley. Oh, nobody will chase me here for sure. It's pretty safe neighborhood here for so far. Hi, Rasmika. Okay, see you soon. Thanks for joining here for a little bit. See you next time. So that's our house out there. I'm almost home. Sorry, somebody messaged me, so they got interrupted for a little bit. So this is our driveway, and I'm getting into the house here. So we have a big birch tree right here. I mean spruce tree or pine tree. So that's one doesn't lose their leaves, so still green. So this is our house. Hi, kids, Stopstorpy. So I'm finally home after 15 minutes walk. So this is our garage. We have shed there. See, we still have snow because that snow is from this ground that we shoveled through the winter, that corner. So that will take a while to melt. But so far right here are all cleared from snow. And this is our shovel we use for the winter. So we have bigger than this too, like 2 times bigger than this. So I'm gonna go inside the house. Thank you guys for watching. Happy Tuesday.